Of course she's an OnlyFans model. Get the fuck out of here. It's like, is there, like, I feel like every chick I know is an OnlyFans model at this point.
It's just standard practice now. It's like having a 401k.
Jesus. What the hell, everything?
Like it.
Hey guys, what the hell, everything for Tuesday? Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I hate that term. We'll get into that later. How's it going, man?
It's you know, we've been out of the Smith hole here for a few days, and it was like hadn't even been that long, and I came down here and it was like reminiscing, like years ago I did things down here, but it was like days ago. It
seems like it's been forever, but I'll tell you what, how quick you just fall into kind of old ways and old habits. When I say that, I mean like the Smith hole studio was intended to just be my regular podcast studio. So the whole idea was, you know, do the radio show, come down here and do the podcast stuff. I can do some radio stuff, maybe do some work, prep for the show down here. And that's when it's fun. Smoke a bowl, jam the tunes, and just prep out, do podcast stuff. It's really, honestly, when I say I have the time of my life down here doing this stuff is real.
It is totally legit.
Yeah, so honestly, how things change, like Friday we packed up everything and brought it to the new studio, and I just kind of sat there kind of getting used to everything. And then Saturday I kind of resumed my regular activities down here. And I just had so much fun just knowing that I didn't have to be down here Monday morning at 5 o'clock, you know.
It helps. It helps. Just getting out of your house and going here, going there, doing, you know, just doing a routine of things.
Yeah. It's weird how much. Do we need a routine? Because I never really thought that I needed a routine. That's kind of horse shit. I always need a routine. What am I saying? I didn't realize I needed one for the longest time.
Maybe it was a subconscious one for a while.
Yeah.
And then it became, you know, you noticed what it was. Yeah. And you started doing it a certain way. But, yeah.
I've been waiting for days to bring this up. I'm ambushing you right now with something.
It's internet. Is it video based?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You get so excited. Yes. So no. First of all, my favorite thing in the world are like Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
And sea shanties lately. So this is the video for Trailer Park Boys sea shanties. We're gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna ambush you coming up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
There once was a cat with a hungry belly. The name of the cat was Whiskers Jelly. His throat was dry and his bowl was bare. Meow, me fairy cats meow. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat kill our bellies out full.
Listen number 2,473 for me of this song.
Really?
I love this so much. It's so dumb.
Seeds they spread on the ground would bring small critters a boot. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full. While the gang was bored and morale had dipped, to one of the seeds grew green catnip. They sniffed and they snacked and they all got ripped. They all had a meow that night. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums.
It's honestly quite genius, to tell you the truth.
We'll eat till our bellies are full. While their heads were hung and the morn was nigh, the nip was strong and they all got high. Their bellies were shrunk and their bowls still dry. Oh, bring us some ice today. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full.
I didn't get to the end. All right, so here's I love it. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I love it. Now here is where the ambush comes in.
Sure.
Because Tim, I saw you liked that.
Yeah.
On like Friday or something.
I think I posted it even. Yeah.
No. Where'd you post it at?
On my radio page.
Crazy. A, you know I'm a huge Trailer Park Boys fan.
Yes.
B, we've been talking about sea shanties on the radio show at least 3 times in the last 2 weeks. You know I love kitties. How did you not bring that up once to me to do show prep?
I thought I tagged it, Don.
No!
I thought I did.
Oh, if you did, then I apologize. And I'll take everything back. Now I want to look. I'll look at that stuff.
It's, Well,
No,
this
no,
one,
honestly, this could backfire. By the way, I was prefacing by saying none of my anger is real.
I know.
None of my anger is real, but now I'm going to go to your page.
Here's the thing. I know that came up over the weekend, and the rigmarole of being in the new studio, I did not bring this up to you at all. I know I didn't. Now that
I saw this on Friday, and I go to Levi. I go to Levi, I said, Tim just liked the trailer park sea shanties thing, and he hasn't even told me about it. He knows. He knows that this is a big thing for me.
The sea shanties are everywhere right now, and that's
you didn't tag me.
Probably
you
the
didn't
best
tag
part.
me.
I
You
did
did
not.
post it. No, you did not tag me.
Well, shit.
Come on, man. Fucking honestly, you need to change your way of thinking. All right, everything is show prep. You're always prepping. You're not taking a day off from prepping ever.
In my mind, I didn't. I posted it on my page.
Whatever. Do better, Tim.
Do better. I'll just share it with the world.
Fantastic.
I like your ambush, though.
Dude, I'm not even joking. I was all weekend long. I was like, I know Tim's not going to bring this up to me. I'm going to ambush him, tell him he's a terrible co-host. None of those things are true. Next, I don't know why I have this saved as this, okay? Because here's the thing. We both do this when we're prepping. Yeah. You doing news, me doing the show, whatever. We put titles on things that really only, a lot of times, mean something to us. Nobody else would get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have the title Wikipedia Titty Scandal.
Oh.
The Great Wikipedia Titty Scandal is the name of this bit, and I don't know why.
It's a modern-day mystery.
That's the headline. The Great Wikipedia Titty Scandal.
Tell me more.
The sub-headline, this is the story of a Wikipedia administrator gone mad with 80,000 boob pages and an unhinged trial that would dictate the site's not safe for work future. I mean, at this point, is it worth really going through it or just laughing at the headline?
I could laugh at the headline and be like, you know what? Maybe I wasn't searching hard enough, but I didn't realize that Wikipedia was filled with boobs.
Well, again,
that's just knowledge there.
Well, because as I just said, there was a trial. It's the story about the Great Wikipedia Titty Scandal. So I think they had them before.
It already happened.
And then they got taken off because of the scandal.
Some guy just went ape on the boobs.
I guess. I mean, it's really long, but that's proof in the pudding that we probably should read it, but do it on your own time because I don't really care that much.
Yeah, and I mean, as nice as boobs might sound, it doesn't sound worth it.
This is something that I don't know if we're guilty of, but they call it infantile wording for shits and giggles. You know?
Oh, sure.
That's what this Wikipedia thing, one of the administrators that I'm gathering from this, one of the administrators was guilty of, was just creating all these pages for anything all willy-nilly, like booby feeding or French fucking or licks boobs or titty banged. These are all real quotes of things that they had Wikipedia pages for.
Pages for them?
Yeah, it was basically Urban Dictionary, but it was Wikipedia.
It's pretty crazy because if you think about it, it's why things get named like Bodie McBoatface and stuff like that.
What was the latest one of those?
Plowy McPlowface when they asked Michigan asked people to name their new plow trucks.
That's why you can't put things in like the people's hands.
Can't give them any choice in it. It just ends up dumb.
There's people that are like, yeah, we should be represented. No, you shouldn't, because then you get things like Bodie McBoatface or Plowy McPlowface. You're honestly the worst sort of humans that do this shit. Seriously.
They probably grew up on Pixar. What are you going to do?
We were in the new digs yesterday, and of course, you know, like any self-respecting radio show, when you have the first day in a brand new studio, you talk about nostalgic boners. Morgan Fairchild. Man, she's got to be the quintessential 80s chick, right? Got to be. One of them. We'll ask that question, 888-751-BEAR, but she just got vaccinated. And on first glance, I'm like, really? It's all these celebrities that are getting in line to get vaccinated. But then I'm like, wait a second. She's like, I had to look it up. She's 70.
She's over 65.
She's 70. She looks like, you can tell she had the plastic surgery. Morgan Fairchild, more than any other 80s chick probably for me. Now, I was born in 75, so it's right around 85 or something. You know, the mid-80s is when I was starting to get that adolescent, I was getting my first boners. You know? And Morgan Fairchild was one of my first boners. There's no other way to put it.
That's one way to say it.
Now, she is one of the quintessential 80s women, just from the look and the vibe. When you think of 80s and women, you think of Morgan Fairchild. But is that correct? 888-751-BEAR. You can hit up the Precision Collision text line. We do have brand new phones.
Yeah.
You can call 888-751-BEAR.
I always think of Phoebe Cates from
It's a good one.
from multiple movies.
When you talk about adolescent 80s boners, there's no other actress more than Phoebe Cates. That was like one of my first pair of boobs, man. That was one of my first boob shots in movies. Was Fast Times.
Yeah.
Ridgemont High.
Just like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Morgan Fairchild, Joan Collins from Dynasty, I want to say. By the way, I was watching, I can't remember where I was watching it. It was Netflix or something. It was an 80s documentary that I was watching. And I can't believe I'm watching a documentary about the decade that I grew up in. This is stupid and old.
Like all the video footage looks all choppy and old.
Dude, honestly, you look at pictures back from when you were kids, late 70s, early 80s, whatever. They look like old-timey photos now. We've talked about it before.
They do. Even the 90s look like old-timey when you see it now.
888-751-BEAR. Quintessential 80s women.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning. Who's this?
John Dubay.
Hey, John, what do you got for me? Who is the quintessential 80s woman?
Well, I'm a little older than you guys, so I think of the 70s, man. Farrah Fawcett and that one poster that did it for me.
You just changed the topic, John. I didn't ask about 70s. I asked about 80s. You can't just. Why don't you just call up and say, "Nah, I want to talk about 30s women." Just change it all willy nilly.
Connie Katane was hot, but now she's a hag.
Who?
Connie Katane. She was riding around on David Coverdale on a hood of a car in a White Snake video.
You're not lying. She looks like she got stung by a bee.
I think she's dead.
Nasty now.
Take it easy, John. Have a good one, man. Thanks for calling. All right, 888-751-BEAR. Quintessential 80s women. Mike from Toppity. Farrell's nipples. Oing, 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 oing. Way to go.
Best text of the day.
Are you guys talking about quintessential women?
80s women. Yes, sir. Who's this?
That was Paul App. This is CJ.
Hey, man.
How are you?
It's not bad. How are you?
Good, man. What do you got?
For me, it was Paula Abdul.
Man, she was totally 80s chick, though. Man, I got to admit something, you guys. I'm going to admit something right now. I've never admitted this before publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I was such a fan. There was a time I was in 8th grade, and I was such a fan of Paula Abdul, Milli Vanilli, Janet Jackson, all that pop stuff. Man, I wasn't really into rock and roll yet. I knew some stuff. Wasn't really into it yet. For some reason, I went through a pop dance phase when I was a kid.
It's a phase.
Yeah.
Big time phase.
I was into dancing.
I can't even imagine you enjoying that. Like, I can't see the look on your face enjoying it.
Not now.
No.
But, man, Paula
Not
Abdul.
not so much on the Milli Vanilli, but definitely Paula Abdul. And
Blame
Janet
it
Jackson.
on the rain. CJ, you have a good one, man. Thanks a lot, dude.
All right, that's it.
All right. Long-time listener, first-time caller, CJ.
It's like late in the afternoon for CJ by this
Seriously.
hour.
Dude, honestly, it was a very embarrassing phase of my life where I was just into. I remember I didn't want anything to do with rock and roll. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I just moved downstate from up north. And, like, I don't know, the first friend that I met was into, like, Janet Jackson and Milli Vanilli and stuff. So I was too. And
They were like, check out this MC Hammer, and young Smitty went, cool.
oh, dude, I was all into that stuff, man. Bobby Brown, so stupid. What idiot? It's not anything, because here's the thing. I said is kind of embarrassing. I'm not the type of person to have, like, guilty pleasures, though. I don't feel guilty about much. I like it. I don't really feel like I need to defend myself.
Like, this is the thing.
So every once in a while, still, I'll hear Paula Abdul, or I'll hear something, and I'll be like, oh.
I just remember that
The
video
days.
with the cartoon cat where she was dancing with the
That
cat.
was called, I can't remember the name of the song. Oh, what a terrible Paula Abdul fan I am.
Opposites Attract. That's
the one.
I don't know if I've ever admitted that Paula Abdul, Janet Jackson phase to anybody ever.
I can't even imagine it. I can't even fathom it. It's not heavy metal. It's not It's not very Smitty.
It was adolescent Smitty.
Yeah. Hey, you live and you learn, you know?
It didn't take me long. You know what got me out of that? Was gangster rap.
Hey.
Gangster rap got me out of that garbage, and then Metallica got me out of the gangster rap.
Shifted from here to there. And
I always stayed here.
I don't know what happened to me. I never turned that corner.
I don't know what happened to you
Listen
either.
to dumb stuff.
I don't know what happened to you either. Now's a good time to play the bit about Groundhog Day today, which wasn't a bit. Tim was doing the news, brought up Groundhog Day, and I just couldn't take it. So let's play that audio and then come into this ridiculousness out of Canada. Tim Logan with their headlines for Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021.
Not true news, but the groundhog saw his shadow, so...
Oh, God.
6 more weeks of winter.
Just stop it. Can we just stop it with the groundhog thing? Can we just stop making that a holiday? Why? Why do typically self-respecting people worry about if a fictional, like, it's not real. Nothing's based in reality. I understand some people might have fun with it, but, like, look, I can tell you, I just came out of my hole. I just came out of my basement. I see the sunshine. It's all right. The springtime is going to be the same amount as it was last year. They're all the same.
Smitty saw his shadow 6 more weeks
That's
of
right.
rage.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the actual news.
The groundhog thing probably makes me irrationally angry. I don't know why, but I hate how just stupid it is. I hate how unrealistic and it is the most mythological thing that we do. And, like, people say it's just in fun, but they seem to take it really seriously.
Well, that whole town, Puxatawny, the whole town, not this year because of the pandemic, but they take the whole day off. They have a giant ceremony.
Yeah.
This terrified rodent is just there like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
And
why are
then
you holding me?
And then they put him away, and then everyone gets hammered, and, hey, winter.
Which I can get behind.
I'm fine with
You
that
know,
portion.
get on
but
that. Out of Canada, they have a rat. I think, is that a rat?
Yeah, sure looks like one.
It's called Wharton Willie or Wearton Willie. I don't know how to say that.
Willie.
It's from Wharton, Ontario. It's basically their version of Groundhog Day.
Oh my God.
It's just like, man, just stop it. Just stop it. Why?
I love that it's South Peninsula's mayor had to act as Willie's interpreter. Wow.
We're never going to get better if we don't stop doing things like this. This is just making us all worse. And people will say, Smitty, you're overreacting. That may be. But it's also very possible it could be just, I could be correct that we're wasting our time and we're wasting our resources on things like that.
Well, you know, when the mayor of the town has to dress up in feathers and
Get the
parade a
F
rat
outta here.
around. And
Canada. I thought you were better than this. Also, I don't know about it. You have 2 first names, and I just don't trust people with 2 first names. 6 o'clock wake and break comes out of Stafford, Virginia, where I've never watched the movie Porky's. You know, I actually refer to it in this story and says, don't use that movie as like a model of the way to do things. Everything in Porky's was illegal.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've never really watched Porky's. No, it's rated R goodness.
That's probably a bit much for
Movie Tuesdays, you know?
8-year-old me.
Yeah. But there's a reason it's illegal. After a 41-year-old guy by the name of Brian Joe, I don't know why that's funny, but the fact that he's got 2 lame first names as his name. First, you can't trust anybody that has 2 first names. You know? I remember yelling that at Comerica Park. I was yelling at Minnesota Twins baseball player, outfielder, Shannon Stewart. Shannon something or other.
Shannon Stewart.
Shannon Stewart. I'm
That's
like,
right.
he's got 2 first names.
I have 2 first names.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Logan's barely a first name.
You have a nephew.
That being said, that's so what? That being said, he crashed through the ceiling of the gym above the women's locker room. So now he is got caught up on his stupid 2 first name. He landed on a woman when he fell through the ceiling. Fortunately, she was okay, so he was arrested for burglary, peeping, and vandalism. Now, here's the thing. I said peeping Tom earlier when I was teasing it, and peeping is actually in the charges. Like, that sounds such a weird, antiquated, old-timey charge. Peeping makes it sound less serious.
Yeah.
Like the whole name Peeping Tom makes it sound like, it's just a peeper. It's not.
I just had binoculars hanging out in a tree.
Yeah, George McFly was a pederast. That's your wake and break. Now you feel normal. I actually really feel bad that I lumped my nephew in with that. You know?
Well, it was one of those things. You were proving your point, and just in that heat of that moment, you just forgot the name of the child.
I didn't forget his name. I just didn't care about his name.
Even better.
That part's the worst part. All right. Well, back on Thursday. I think Thursday, maybe Thursday. Yeah.
That sounds right.
It's like one of these things where I say Tuesdays and Thursdays for these podcasts.
Yeah.
Especially because we're doing it a little bit differently than we were doing it before.
Sure.
The What the Hell Everything podcast, when it was just on the Smitty page, we're kind of just recapping the show and just re-airing things on the show.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. It's not how I wanted to do it in the first place.
No, it's sort of, sometimes things fall into place even if you don't want them that way, and this is just kind of a different vibe to how to do the thing.
It's kind of like a recap rehearsal of the morning show. We rehearse for the next day. We recap anything else. We hit anything that's internet specific.
It's still a different thing than what you saw or heard on the radio.
Yeah.
How
So,
do you see things on the radio?
what the hell everything? What the hell everything?